the worst comes first. Gluttons wanna be satisfied and greed while dying of thirst. Identify your principal trick. Is your interest variable or is it fixed? Keep your distance when I'm blitzed. I'm known to live shit. Even when grounded, I'm prone to wildin', hardly ever smiling. Cause snakes that have yet to bake in Hell's Lake still got me surrounded. I'm 10 toes down, huh? Let me see what's up. They go to pavement, pound it, loving how the verbs in your words sounded. Practice what you preach. If your feet won't proceed, after
Hopefully the lighting's good, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that'll work. What's up? Get low and behold for a second, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Hopefully all is going well in your day. Let me say top of the morning to you, and that goes for the evening and afternoon too. So, you know, apply that where you may, you know. But hey, I got a little bit of time in my day to share what's on my mind, and hopefully you got the time, you know what I'm saying? But check it out. I want to talk about doubt, you know what I'm saying? Don't you hate when you're trying to do something, somebody doubts your movement, your understanding of what you need to do to proceed accordingly? You know what I'm saying? Don't you hate that? But let me first start by saying, understanding you know what I'm saying? Not having doubt in you is the first step to deflecting those who might doubt you know what I'm saying? That being said, when it comes to your understanding of yourself, the way you're able to relay that understanding is by your passion for what you understand. And let me break that down further, you know what I'm saying? What you understand about you, loving you know what I'm saying, caring about you, the passion for you should be what's received by those who are paying attention to how you move and operate according to that self-love. You know what I'm saying? That being said, think about this. We'll take a brother like Malcolm, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X, Malik El-Haj Shabazz, you know what I'm saying, however you want to chop it. That brother had plenty of knowledge. I'm talking about what he studied, what he read, viewing society and coming up with conclusions based on that. He had a lot of knowledge, but the way that the people who didn't share that same knowledge, nothing against the people at that time, because again, go check out my education video. They held education from us, so we weren't intellectually inclined as far as what it took to understand how to proceed in this society. When it comes to intellectuality, you know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from the people, but the people didn't share that same knowledge that Malcolm had from what he studied, but they understood and felt him because the passion was felt. The passion that he was relaying was felt. You get what I'm saying? And they shared that passion. They knew something wasn't right, something needed to change. He was able to articulate his passion based on his knowledge, but the understanding is what allowed the people to buy in and submit to the methods he set down. You feel me? So I wanted to break that down first. When it comes to yourself, not doubting yourself is the first step to deflecting any other doubt that might come into your situation. You feel me? Granted, now I understand that as a human being, there are going to be some things that come in your way. You know what I'm saying? As far as when you're proceeding on in your process in life and trying to achieve, there are going to be some things that come in your path that makes you doubt. You feel me? Because of uncertainty, and not knowing the facts fully could make you uncertain and therefore doubtful. You feel what I'm saying? So that being said, when that occurs, having faith in you and not doubting yourself and your intuition, you feel me, is the key. Because again, everything that's outside of you may depend. You feel me? You can't control the external. But as far as faith in your ability, what you can achieve, you feel what I'm saying, as you proceed, never let that waver. You feel me? Never doubt yourself as far as what you can do, your potential. You get me? But when it comes to doubt in your situation because of external factors, you gotta understand, even in that time of doubt, anybody that comes to pile on more doubt in the situation, you gotta distance yourself. You feel me? Because I really believe, like, even when it comes to us, those are mine, you know what I'm saying, of the tribe, of like kind, that share my ancestry. You feel me? When it comes to us, when somebody is accusing somebody else, somebody should play the devil's advocate on behalf of the person being accused. And what I mean by that is, devil's advocate means to raise a point that's not the common point. You feel me? More times than not, when you're talking about accusing somebody, that point being raised is on behalf of the person being accused. So that being said, when it comes to us, if somebody comes into the situation and accuses somebody of doing da 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 da, there should be somebody that takes up the role as advocate for the voiceless. Because more times than not, when it comes to us, we do that among each other outside of the presence of the person being accused. That's gossip to me. I don't respect that. I don't agree with that, but that's the reality of, you know, certain aspects of our tribe. We can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? People do gossip. In situations like that, amongst the people gossiping, man, somebody raise up as the advocate or the voice or the devil's advocate for the person that you're trying to demonize. And the reason I say that is because if somebody is agreeing when it comes to negative energy being emoted, negative energy being felt, if somebody is compiling on that and agreeing with that, and then, you know, for lack of a better term, putting gasoline on the flames, you feel me? And nobody's raising a point opposed to the negative passion that you're feeling at that time, you got to be wary of that. You know what I'm saying? That goes for men and women too, but really for women, man, because again, women are emotional creatures. They're fluid by nature. That's a lovable quality. Don't get me wrong, but that fluidity, it's at times you're susceptible to being governed by your emotions, how you feel. And not every emotion is a positive emotion. So what I'm saying is if somebody's playing on that negative emotion that you're feeling and adding fuel to the fire, you gotta, be vigilant and be like, okay, are you gassing me up right now? Or how I feel, is that justified? Should I really be this upset? Should I really be this, emotionally drawn in a negative way in this situation? Because that be the downfall of a lot of relationships. That be the downfall of a lot of positive connections. When somebody disagrees, even if there's an understanding, somebody on the outside that's feeding into the disagreement and then bolstering your side up and making it seem like the other person is like wicked for their, whatever they disagree about, their perspective, to make somebody seem like they're wicked because of that perspective, that's not conducive to any kind of growth, any kind of building. You know what I'm saying? To me, that right there inflames the doubt that you might have about somebody. You feel me? Because when it comes to, listen, let me break down why I felt like this was important to break down. Doubt is a major thing. Doubt is something that can deter you from moving forward, progressing, doing what you know is necessary to achieve your particular goal. When doubt comes into the equation, you know what I'm saying? That can make things rocky. It can make it tough. And you have to be aware of those who are trying to put doubt in your mind, in your situation, however, you know what I'm saying? Because doubt is the enemy of progression. You feel me? If you know intuitively that you need to do A, B, and C, but then let's throw doubt into the equation, you feel me? Now all of a sudden you're questioning, even though you know that you gotta do A, B, and C, you're questioning busting that move to proceed because there's doubt involved. You know what I'm saying? We're not even gonna talk about uncertainty being involved and then pairing up with that doubt, you know what I'm saying, to wreak havoc on your decision making. That's something totally different. But let's talk about doubt. You know what I'm saying? Doubt in moving forward, doubt in yourself will prevent you from moving forward. I don't care what nobody say. Nothing against anybody that might disagree with that. I'm telling you for a fact. Let me talk personally. You know what I'm saying? Personally, when I've had doubt, it stopped me or stifled me from moving forward. Not necessarily doubt in myself, but I'm talking about doubt in how to proceed accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And it comes in many forms. Doubt comes in many forms. Uncertainty, perceived slight, you know what I'm saying? Malice, you know what I'm saying? Tit for tat. You know, you can feel ambivalent or doubtful for many reasons, but nonetheless, doubt is going to stop you from proceeding. Now, if you want to talk about doubt on the external being combined with doubt of self, you will never proceed and you'll be stagnant in your life. You feel me? You'll be complacent when you do feel like you get some kind of positive out of something, but then you settle on what's gained as opposed to moving forward and getting more, which should be the goal of every human being, in my opinion. But now you become complacent because your doubt of self doesn't believe that you can get better than what you already achieved. You know what I'm saying? Your doubt in self doesn't believe that you can achieve more. So therefore, you stay stagnant. You stay stationary. It's very dangerous, man. I'm telling you. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because I care about your progression. Just like I want to proceed, what kind of person that seeks to achieve or proceed, what kind of person is that to wish that somebody else doesn't proceed or achieve? What kind of person is that? I'm not that kind of person. I don't know what kind of person that is because that's not me. I want to see you achieve because I want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm sharing this with you because I believe that doubt, when placed in your situation against your will or at times inflicted on yourself, can be the reason that you don't achieve what you seek to achieve. And I want you to achieve. You feel me? I want you to gain whatever you want to gain. And you can't do that if you're doubtful, not only yourself, but of the situation. So let's talk about this. When it comes to self-doubt, how can you conquer that? In my opinion, I feel like when it comes to self-doubt, you have to first, if you do not have love of self unconditionally, you will not be able to conquer any self-doubt you might have or you might be dealing with. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me break down. Look, doubt, you feel me, means to question the validation of, you know what I'm saying, the validity of is what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I got stuck, but you feel me though. Listen. Doubt is to question the validity of, right? You feel me? To question or be skeptical of the reality of, right? That's doubt. Skepticism. If you're skeptical or doubtful of yourself, you know what I'm saying? You will not see the potential of what you can achieve. Do you get me? You see what I'm saying? So therefore, you have to love yourself to understand that doubt of yourself cannot be a reality, because you have to see the potential or the silver lining in your potential or what you can achieve. You can't have love of self if you doubt yourself. You know? It's impossible. Because again, doubt is being skeptical of your truth or who you are, your principles, what you stand on. And your love of self automatically says that you love yourself enough unconditionally that no matter what happens, it doesn't change the fact that you have faith in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's a contradiction. You can't be like, yeah, I love myself, man, but I do doubt my ability to do that. Nah, that don't even fit. You feel what I'm saying? That don't even go. So that right there should tell you that when it comes to self-doubt, conquering that, you have to love yourself first. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you have to love yourself first. And it has to be unconditional. It can't be based on if I got a job now, if I got this much money now, if I got this many women in my company right now, or man, if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you subscribe to. If I got this many people around me, this many contacts, this many relationships, if I got this amount of money, if I got this car, that right there should determine if I love myself. Nah, that ain't real self-love. Because even when you don't have it, you should love yourself. Not in a cliche way. I mean, like, love yourself, like in the sense of no matter what you do or don't have, unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? When you look in the mirror, you are, in love with yourself. You are confident in yourself. You feel me? You have pride in yourself. You feel me? You respect yourself. You get me? All that. And only you will know that. I can't sit here and decipher whether you have love for yourself or not, but I will tell you, if you have no self-love, if that self-love is missing, I guarantee that when you do doubt yourself in certain situations, you remain stagnant. I can tell you that. Without question. Without question. Because it goes hand in hand. So that's the first way to conquer, in my opinion, that's the first way to conquer self-doubt being the reason that you don't proceed in your process. Another way to conquer self-doubt is don't allow people to feed in to any doubts you might have about your abilities or yourself. Don't let anybody add to that. You feel me? Feed that. Don't let nobody do that. You feel me? Now, that's not to say that you should disregard feedback or people's insights, when it's constructive. But people that are speaking to beat you down, that are speaking venomously, you know what I'm saying? Disregard that. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm telling you, you will recognize the difference if what somebody's put into you, because it's all in the passion, it's all in the feeling. You know what I'm saying? How it's being relayed. If a person really wants you to understand that they care about you, but they gotta baptize you with fire, it'll come out in the passion if you listen long enough. You feel me? But you'll be able to tell the difference if somebody within that passion is, you know, serving you some ill will. They got some kind of malice for you, because you'll hear no construction throughout them expressing their passion. You'll be able to hear it. And trust your intuition. Trust your ears. Assuming that you're listening sincerely, you know, you're actively listening, mindfully listening. You feel me? Considering that you're doing that, trust your intuition as to what you're hearing, as far as assuming that you're having self-doubt issues right now. When somebody's telling you something to help you build, you'll be able to differentiate between that and then somebody telling you something to destroy you. You gotta trust yourself. That right there will also build your self-love, because once you begin to trust yourself, you begin to love yourself. That's why I feel like so many of us got trust issues, because there's no love involved, not only for ourselves, but involved in the equation when it comes to us dealing with the next. There ain't no love there, because you can only trust what you love. And the reason I believe that is because, first, love is unconditional. You feel me? Trust to me is dependency on that which you love. Dependency meaning that you're putting your heart almost in the hands of. It's like faith in. You feel me? You have faith in that which you're placing your heart into. You feel me? That it won't destroy it, it won't taint it, corrupt it, damage it, drop it, none of that. You feel me? That's what trust is. Devotion. You get me? So therefore, if there's no love in the equation, you're not going to trust in that same equation. That it's impossible. So I feel like that's why most of us got trust issues. There's no love involved. And let me say this too. It ain't simpish to have love for. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with love automatically. That don't make me no simp, no sucker, no none of that. No buster, none of that. It don't make me none of that. I guarantee that. You know what I'm saying? To have love for is not tricky. I'm telling you. And let me tell you why. Because to me, love, when expressed or manifested externally, that means that you're exuding the love you have for yourself. Now, when somebody tramples that love, you should know when to either draw back or make your move accordingly. But as far as stepping into an encounter, if you proceed with love, no matter what anybody say, they can tell that that external expression of love is probably deeper within. You get what I'm telling you? Because you can't manifest what's not in you to manifest. If you don't have love for yourself, you can't manifest love outwardly, genuinely. Not fake love, you know what I'm saying, to get something or some kind of concession or whatever. I'm talking about genuine love, sincere love. You can't manifest it if it's not in you. I don't care what nobody said. And if you love yourself, if you understand what principles you stand on, you'll be able to recognize fake love. You feel me? And you'll be able to recognize the sincere love. You get what I'm telling you? So I'm saying all that to say, when it comes to doubt, self-love, they can't coincide. It's impossible. So anybody that seeks to add on to any doubts you might have of yourself, your potential, your ability, that's another way for you to build on your self-love and therefore conquer any self-doubt you might be having, you know? And those are a few, you know, rule number 1, rule number 2, there's plenty of them. There's many ways and many methods, you know what I'm saying? And somebody that's hearing this might have already conquered within them self-doubt. And they could tell you, they'll be the first to tell you it's a beautiful feeling to have faith in you and your abilities. No matter if it panned out wrong or right, in your opinion of wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a setback or a gain, you know what I'm saying? Either way, your love for self, which is unconditional, means that you won't doubt your abilities in any circumstance, you know? Whether on the up or the lower, you know? You're not gonna doubt yourself. And it's very, very, very important to conquer that if you're dealing with that. If you're dealing with doubt of self, conquer that. Because check this out, man. Your faith in you feel me? How would that negatively affect the next? And what I mean by that, you feel me? Because if you love yourself, if somebody's offended by your not doubting yourself, you know what I'm saying, your decisiveness, your intuition, somebody that is in opposition to the love of yourself, you should know right there off top that they should not be in your circle. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your grass cut, cause snakes be lurking, bro. You know, you gotta keep them out of the, out of the yard, out of your circle, bro. Like, for real. You should know that off top, because again, your faith in you should not offend the next. And if it does, that should tell you right there, they shouldn't be in your vicinity, in your circumference. You feel me? They shouldn't be around you. Nah. You feel me? How can that offend somebody? You know? All the more reason why you should build it up in yourself. And then naturally you'll be drawn, or people will be drawn to you who naturally respect and understand the love you have for yourself, and therefore you can build among those people. But, when in the presence of those who do not respect the lack of self-doubt, you know what I'm saying, and the self-love, distance is probably the best method. And there's nothing disrespectful about distancing yourself to make, you know what I'm saying, and cultivate your love and making that a reality. Love of yourself, I mean. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with that. Because you only get one life to live. If you was walking around life depressed, nobody would care. Nobody would do anything about that. Besides maybe your closer kin, you know what I'm saying, those close to you that really care about you. But I'm talking about functioning in society and trying to get a bag out of society and get resources for your family to bring back to the crib. Society is not going to care if you're depressed. You know what I'm saying? So whose responsibility is it to repair the damage inside that's making you repressed or depressed? I mean, it's you. You get me? Going back to what I said just a minute ago. So that being said, if you're working to repair the damage inside of you that makes you depressed, and somebody's offended by that, that should tell you right there, you know what I'm saying, that they are an enemy to your success. That should let you know. Don't let nobody tell you it's disrespectful to work on self. Now, do not become a hermit or whatever you want to call that, somebody that does not associate with anybody at all. But it's a matter of choosing properly the people you associate with. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, I'm a people person. You feel me? If the circumstance I'm in right now is filled with people that I can't get along with, I'm not finna cause no friction. Back in my younger day, my heyday, I might have, but how I am right now, my mindset being about building, I'm gonna separate, handle my business. I'm not gonna have people that I feel like are against me in my business, because if somebody's against you, they're gonna try to destroy your business. If they are against you, they will try to destroy your business. I don't care what nobody said. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, distance is actually the logical move. It doesn't make you a coward. It doesn't mean that you're retreating from the war or nothing like that. It just means that you're focused on building. That being said, you feel me? If I'm in a circumstance where I feel like the people involved, you know what I'm saying, are against my progression, distance, I'm gonna build me. And then there'll be a time where I get around people that are of like kind, of like mind, that share my vision. Because the world is filled with millions, billions of people. The people you're involved with right now is not the world. Do you get me? And as long as you remain genuine to you, keep intact your self-love, don't doubt yourself, trust your intuition. As you continue to maneuver, politic, and program in life, you're gonna get around people that feel you, that get, you know what I'm saying, understand what you want. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like a fairy tale and all peaches and cream. You're gonna have your disagreements, but as long as there's understanding at the foundation, you'll be able to grow from that. You know what I'm saying? People that are against your progression, they don't have understanding to begin with. They're not caring to understand you. You know what I'm saying? And therein lies the conflict. Because again, you can't disagree before you understand. You have to understand to disagree. But if somebody coming in with a misunderstanding automatically, the disagreement is automatically going to follow, because there was no understanding to begin with. It's nothing but conflict. Do you get me? So I'm saying that to say, you know what I'm saying? I know that was a lot, but I'm saying that to say, when it comes to yourself and building your self-love for the sake of not doubting yourself, there's nothing wrong with stepping to the side for a second, building you, feeding your body right. You know what I'm saying? Hydrating your body. You know what I'm saying? You could take that metaphorically or literally. I'm talking about what you putting into your body as far as what you're drinking. Drink water, man. You know what I'm saying? Drink water. Make sure you're manifesting to yourself, to your consciousness, love of self. And if you're putting things in your body that are beneficial to your body, you are demonstrating love for self. And then you can take that again, poetically or metaphorically, what you're allowing to, inundate your perspective, your outlook, your consciousness, what you're feeding yourself. You know what I'm saying? The shows you watch, what you might pull up on YouTube, what you see on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that. Anything that is, influencing you, whether you receive the influence or not. Whatever's educating you, you feel me? Whether you choose the education or not. Whether you choose it or not. You feel me? Be vigilant about what you're feeding and quenching your thirst with. That right there demonstrates love of self, in my opinion, if you're asking me. And then that will cut down on the self-doubt. Because again, doubt is a reality in life. Nothing in life is certain. The only thing certain in life is that you're going to pay some taxes as long as you live in this country. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get their money from you. You get me? Death is going to come to you eventually. God forbid, not manifesting it, but I'm saying it's a reality. And you know what I'm saying? And hardship, all those things are going to be given to you regardless in life. You can expect those things. Do you get me? So with all that being said, doubt is going to be a part of that equation and your survival in this life. You know what I'm saying? And you're living in the flesh. That's a part of it, doubt. But what you can control is your ability, potential in your, belief in the potential of yourself, having faith in self, you know what I'm saying? Not doubting yourself while everything else is doubting you. If your love of self is intact and you don't doubt yourself, it doesn't matter who doubts you. It don't matter who doesn't believe that you are what you say you are, or you're doing what you said you're gonna do, or what. It doesn't matter about none of that. Because just as sure as you're around people right now that doubt you, there's people out there that won't. All you gotta do is stay alive long enough and survive long enough to get in contact with them. You feel me? Because just as sure as you try to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, there are gonna be people that's gonna be opposed to what you're trying to achieve. Whether unconsciously or consciously, whether unnaturally or naturally. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way of life. You cannot, Huey said it best, you know what I'm saying? With dialectical materialism, you know what I'm saying? In the universe, there's a contradictory force for every force. Do you get me? That's why revolution is possible, or the natural course of events, because of that contradictory force. Where one oppresses, the person being oppressed is going to be the contradictory force to that which oppresses. You feel me? That's the natural course of things. So that being said, that doesn't just apply to governments and regimes and stuff like that, and monarchies and all. It doesn't apply just to that. It applies to your everyday life too. Just as sure as you're trying to achieve or set out to do something, there's going to be a contradictory force that comes to meet you to stop you. If your self-doubt is in full effect and is live and in action, you know what I'm saying? And you don't got no self-love, you're going to fall by the wayside. Everybody that doubted you is going to cheer, you know what I'm saying, and celebrate when you fail, because they always knew it, because they doubted you to begin with. You're not helping yourself by doubting yourself and not having love for yourself. You're not helping your situation if you truly seek to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And you're not just saying that so people can get off your back about it, you feel me? What you trying to do? Yeah, I'm trying to go out here and get this damn degree for that. You just saying it, but you don't really want to achieve that for real though. If that's your situation, more power to you. I'm not tripping. I'm not against you. I'm not here to judge you. But for those who really want to achieve, you're not helping yourself by doubting yourself. You know what I'm saying? On top of those who are doubting that you will achieve. You're not helping yourself. So you can start right now today by beginning to improve. If you're dealing with self-doubt, improve, you know what I'm saying, your self-love. And to those who feel like they faith in self is intact and is powerful, continue to cultivate and nurture that, because there's going to be many things that's going to attack your desire to keep it maintained. I'm talking about your self-love, you feel me? And your lack of self-doubt. there's things in my life that come against me, you know what I'm saying? Not like trying to make it like, oh, the world is against me. But I'm talking about just naturally things don't seem to fit with what I'm trying to pursue. And therefore, if I doubted myself, I would not be able to make it through those obstacles. You feel me? If I didn't have love for myself, I would be stopped short of me achieving what I seek to achieve. You get me? So I'm saying that to say, whether personal or outside of you, you know what I'm saying, externally, have faith in yourself. The way to conquer your self-doubt is having love for yourself. You feel me? You feel what I'm telling you? You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it right there, man. That's just a little conversation I had for you for the second. I had a little minute, so I just wanted you to check it. You know what I'm saying? All love. I hope your day going well. More power to you. Yeah. Conquer that self-doubt if you're dealing with it. For real though. I really mean that. And yeah. Staying consistent and persistent, because I got some more of it, man. Yeah, I'm checking in on the soapbox once again. You know what it is. Yeah.
If you living lame, why claim you got guts though? As you switch lanes, I take aim for the gusto. Even my reckless method wreck shit, just so you know. Your lavish status adds to my madness for the simple fact that as you perpetrate, you perpetuate everything they established. Another token fool from the school of backstabbers. Don't get it twisted, it isn't my wish to have it. No envy, I only wish to see those of mine after me outlasting the setbacks that keep us crashing. Like riches from rag shit, no longer cashless.